Of the day this morning and see what's going to be stealing the headlines. Well, first up, the High Court in Pretoria, as you heard in our top story, is going to rule today on whether the state should continue paying former President Jacob Zuma's legal costs in relation to his fraud, corruption, money laundering and racketeering charges. A memorial service will be held for former TRC Deputy Chair Alex Borain in Cape Town. The Home Affairs Minister, Dr. Siyabonga Cwele, will today interact with travellers and immigration officials at OR Tambo International Airport to assess festive season operations and how recent amendments to immigration regulations are impacting on travellers. Okay, those are your big stories for today. Let's now take a look at the trending topics, the topics that had South Africa speaking yesterday and overnight as well. So here they are, and I think the very big story is Brexit at the moment. If we take a look at international stories, I know that that's the one stealing the headlines both locally everywhere, in fact. And I mean, it's linked with British Prime Minister Theresa May. She has, I suppose, again managed to survive after that vote of no confidence. She survived it. There were 117 that voted to oust her, and May won the support of 200 Conservative lawmakers. So that's pretty much so how she managed to scrape through. She only survived after conceding that she would step down before the 2022 elections. However, it is still her responsibility to follow through on Brexit, and that is what's hanging on the balance here. So this is a very, very big moment for Britain. Brexit and all of that is supposedly meant to be coming to fruition next year. So yeah, it was an interesting day for the UK and for Theresa May, and where Brexit does stand. So those were the big trending topics with internationally. Coming home, that A.B. Kuma story, and that's the scholar patroller who was let off the hook. He was allegedly had charges of raping and sexually assaulting school children at the A.B. Kuma school, and unfortunately even the judge in that case saying that this was absolutely devastating, and it was just not, he was not satisfied that the state had proved its case. He just said that, and unfortunately, if in fact the man was guilty, he has been let off the hook. But if he is innocent, as the court has decided, then justice was served. But you can imagine the anger that many people are feeling at this time if in fact he was guilty of this crime. So yeah, but all charges have been dropped because the state did not prove their case. And then finally, Ayanda Mabulu. Now that's another story that everyone was talking about yesterday. Artist Ayanda Mabulu arrested outside the JSC and taken to the Morningside police station after he displayed a painting saying, "Blame it on the Boers." And police, of course, then tried to take it down, and that chaos then erupted. So yeah, Ayanda Mabulu being arrested with that painting and that scene saying, "Blame it on the Boers." So it's quite a controversial one, it really is. So he always seems to come out with these controversial pieces anyway. So it's not the first time that Ayanda is in the spotlight for his artwork. Okay, those are your trending topics that happened yesterday and last night. And I know that sports was the big one, but you're going to hear all about that from Valen when she comes in. Whether we talk Real Madrid, whether we talk anything to do with the Champions League, that's going to be coming up for you. I know it was a massive trending topic. Okay, let's talk question of the day now, and this is what we're asking you, and we'd love to hear from you. What do you think should happen to the officials tasked with investigating alleged sexual abuse allegations at A.B. Kuma Primary after the judge acquitted the accused, describing the investigation as a comedy of errors? Imagine that, a comedy of errors on such a serious case. But we're asking you your views. What do you think should happen now? At Morning Live SABC, hashtag Morning Live. That's where you can get hold of us. All right, today also we're going to be having a bit of a science discussion, and that's where Sakina is, if you're asking where she is this morning. Well, she's out and about in Pretoria, and she's going to be hosting a panel of guests that are gathering together for the science discussions, and I suppose how science can help all situations. It's a science forum that's taking place, and we'll be talking all about science and how it can help South Africa move forward, whether it comes to education or whether it comes to development. Those are some of the issues that are going to be tackled. And it's also not only involving locals, it's also involving many international dignitaries that are going to be a part of this panel. So do stay tuned for that.